Hey guys, Figurecraft here. Sorry it's been a while, but I'm finally back. I've just been so busy doing other things. But today we're going to be finally going over the Medicom Real Action Heroes Breath of the Wild Link figure. This is the front of the box. This is one of the sides of the box. The other side of the box. The back of the box. The sticker of authenticity is right there. The bottom of the box. The top of the box is the same. The inside of the box, which displays the figure. Over here you have a open window display of all the stuff that you get with the figure. Here is the figure itself. Got mine from Ami. This thing is outrageously priced now online. This thing is like $2,000 something, $1,000 something. I've seen on Amazon. Hang on a minute, I gotta pick up something I knocked over, as usual. I'm always knocking something over. Let me set that down there a minute. Hang on. I gotta find a piece. There it is. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the figure out of his box, and then I'll show you what we have to look at. Same thing like before. Let me just zoom this. Here's the instructions. And then all the little papers that you get. So you get that. You get the medicom stand. There's the base. Here is the figure himself. Here's the figure itself, and he's in two clamshell packagings. So here's the back of him, which has all of his goodies. Anyway, they're just like two clamshell packaging stuck together. Here's the other part of the base, the arm part. Set Link over here for a minute. Here is the pack that has the accessories. So I'll go ahead and get this pack open first, and then we'll go over the accessories. Now, let me do something up fast here because I want to show you this. I won't even have to take them out of the pack. I'll just set them over here. But anyway, the arrows for the other one were plastic. These arrows right here that comes with the Breath of the Wild Medicom Link, they are metal. Here's a magnet. You can see there, it's got a hold of the magnet. So yeah, these arrows are metal. So they chose a metal rod for the arrow. Let me just put this light away a bit. They chose a metal rod for the arrow. And here's the detail that you get in the arrows, which is a whole lot of detail compacted into this figure. So you get one, focus you dumb camera, you get two, you get 3, 4, 5 regular arrows, which is a whole lot more than what you got with the Skyward Sword medicom link. Because with the Skyward Sword medicom link, you saw in my last video, you only got 1 arrow. This one comes with 5 arrows that are made out of metal. These feathers are plastic. This part back here is plastic. These arrowheads are very sharp, but they're plastic. The only thing that's metal is the stem of the rod in the arrow. So you get 5 arrows, 5 regular arrows. This one's metal also. You get 1 ancient arrow, or a guardian arrow, whatever you want to call it. This bit is plastic. This is plastic right here. And I think if I remember correctly, you can pull this out. So let me try that to see. Yeah. You can pull that out and make it like it's not turned on yet. So this comes out. We'll just insert that back in there. Like so. But there's the detail in the ancient arrow. So yeah, you get 5 regular arrows, 1 ancient arrow. You get the Traveler's Bow. So you got the Traveler's Bow, which is the same as the other link. It has a real working string. And this one is a bit different than the other one. This one comes apart right here. That's for getting it into Link's hand. But the detail in this Traveler's Bow is amazing. You can see there it looks like it jumped out of the game. The wood grain texture, the actual texture to the bow itself with the wraps. Major detail in this. The next thing that you get is a poncho. You get a poncho. It's in a pack already. This is the poncho that Link wears throughout the game. It's made out of real cloth. We'll get that out in a minute. You get this piece right here, which is used to attach Link's shield to his back. It's a new way that they did things. This is a bit fiddly process. We'll go over that. You get the Traveler's Shield, which has some amazing detail in it. You get that. And then you get Link's trusty quiver that he has throughout the game, which is also got some major good detail in it. And this is a really hard rubbery plastic material. You can see it's got the hooks. So that's all you get in pack 1. And then pack 2 itself has the Link figure, so let me work on getting him out. Now you will see on mine when I get him out that he has a bread tie on the back of his sheath. I will explain what that's for in a minute. But first up, the accessories that come in Link's pack. Let me get them all out here. Okay, so you get a hand for the bow and arrow, which is an extending pointer finger. That's for holding the bow. You get a hand for holding the shield and the sword. So there's the shield, or the sword, whichever one. And here is, that was the shield. Okay, here's the sword. A sword holding hand. You get 2 fist hands. You also get a hand for clenching the arrow. So you get that. You get an extra face. And this one has the eyeball joints. This is the way the eyes move in this one. So you take this, then you just move that. You can see there. That is how you position Link's eyes. But they are quite fiddly process to deal with, so we'll go over that too. And then he's got his earrings. But that's how you position the eyes. You get his Sheikah slate. When mine came in, it was a blank Sheikah slate. So I made some paint touch-ups to it. I took some orange paint, and I touched up some orange in here in the yellows where it's supposed to have it. Because when it came in, it was a blank slate. Didn't have that detail. I even touched it up around the handle. Touched it up on the back right here where you see the orange strips. There's the screen. This is a piece of plastic. You get that. You get the Traveler's broadsword. And this thing's got some good detail in it too. Somewhere there it is, but there you can actually see it's got some cracks sculpted into the plastic. Even some cracks right there in the blade to make it look like it's about ready to break. So you get the Traveler's broadsword. And then the main accessory that we've all been looking forward to seeing, which he's made exactly the same way as the other Link that I've got. You get the Medicom Real Action Heroes Breath of the Wild Link. This is made out of the same felt texture in a way, but it's this one you can actually see it's a real shirt right there. You can see it's just got a little bit of felt to it, not much as the other one did. You can see there too, it's like a real shirt texture on this one versus the Skyward Sword Link. The belts are on this one. I've noticed that was my only complaint with this figure. Let me just push it out here. The belts, as you can see, they're a little bit too big on the figure, but they still work for what they need to be worked for, but they're not ideal to have a belt this big. That one's okay. It's just the top one. You get these little pieces too. I just kept mine clipped onto the belt because these things, if you take them on and off the belt, they peel the paint. So it's best to leave them on the belt. These are the hooks for Link's Sheikah slate. This is how he holds the Sheikah slate. The belt texture in this one is plastic again. PVC plastic, but the texture that it's made out of makes it look like real rubber. Makes it look like a real leather. Back here, this right here, focus, this right here is another accessory I just kept it on because it peels the paint too when you peel it off, but this right here is used to hold the bow on his back on mine because this right here, too tight of a fit when it clamps onto the handle of the bow, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Because when mine clamped onto the handle of the bow, you can see right there, that white, it started to peel the paint off the bow handle. So I don't like that little clamp clamping onto my bow, because eventually it's going to peel off, you know, the paint. I just ain't got a chance to paint that back yet after it did that. The detail in Link's pouches right here. The detail in his sheath. It's the Traveler's Broad sheath. The detail in his gauntlet, his brown gauntlet piece. The detail in his little gauntlet pieces that have the Gerudo symbol, just like Ganondorf from Ocarina. Same thing over here. You got some major good detail with this, and this one too. The belt's made too big. Like I said, the belt's made too big. You can see it slips off his shoulder. Not idea to have the belts this big, but it still works for what it is. I just wish they didn't make the belts that big. But you can see with ease it slips off his shoulder. This right here, let me get right here. This right here is a piece of material that's like sewn in. Let me see if I can find something to show you better without my finger getting in the way. We'll use the arrow. Right here, you can see that's a piece of material. These little straps. This shirt, this is a real shirt underneath with the designs imprinted on it. You can see he's got the designs imprinted on it. This is like a rubbery texture of a neck and a chest over top of a, well, I'll give you a better example. Kind of like that. You can see the joint right there in his shoulder. Which is pretty cool that they did that, but in a way it's also fiddly too. The ponytail back here, his ponytail, it is on the ball peg, so you can actually swivel the ponytail to whichever way you want it. The articulation in this figure, his head, well, hang on, I'm losing focus. His head can look up and down about that much. He can go side to side. He can turn his head all the way around if you wanted to. The arms, they go up, they go down. I just got to be careful with mine because the joints here are really fiddly, and I don't want to break it. But he can go back about that much. He can go forward about that much. He's on the butterfly joint too in here. He has almost double jointed elbows. He has a swivel in the bicep. He has a swivel down here at the hand. Let's see here. And you saw that come off right there. It's made the same way as the Skyward Sword one. This will fall off if you're not careful. Anyway, as I was saying, he has a swivel and he has a hinge in the hand. Same thing with the other side. He has, right up in here somewhere, let me see if I can find it. There it is. He has an ab crunch, which can get him forward about that far. He has rockage. He has a swivel in the waist. He has hinges in the leg, but this one is hindered because the pants on this one are super tight than the Skyward Sword Link. So his pants hinders him, but he does have a swivel in the thigh. He has double jointed knees. He has that same system like with the other Link. He has the rockage, and then he has downward pivots in the feet. So yeah, this Link has a lot going on for him too, just like the other Link. But anyway, let me try getting him in the first pose. But I'm going to end the video right here because, like I said, it's going to be an unboxing video to go over his articulation and stuff like that. Second video will be going over putting him in some poses. So we'll be back in a minute. But until then, y'all have a blessed one. And goodbye.